Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing an Austrian horror film, Goodnight Mommy. Goodnight Mommy tells a tale of a mother who comes back home to her twin boys after having major facial reconstructive surgery. But her boys think something is different this time, thinking that this isn't even her mother who came home. This video will not contain any spoilers because I want every single person to watch this movie and be able to watch the review and see if it fits them. This is a great movie, so I highly recommend everybody watching it. I have been waiting to watch this movie for a very long time. I remember when the trailers first came out for this and I never got the chance to see it, and I finally did, and this was amazing, guys. It's like one of those movies that you instantly just want to talk about, and I had to save it for my horror movie review series, and this one is a great horror film. First off, I just want to talk about the acting because the twin boys do such a great job and they have such great chemistry. Obviously they're twins, so they're going to have that chemistry on screen, but really the way they act in this movie is amazing, and it doesn't even seem like they're acting, and they do things in this movie that are different than normal kid stuff. Especially towards the end of the film, they do things that are insane. They handle it very well, and they're really great child actors. Not once for a second did I think they were acting. This really just felt like I was observing what they were going through, and the director did a great job, and the writer, in just really making us follow their storyline. And this is a slow burn movie, and it really picks up at the very end, but it's never extremely fast paced. It honestly takes a while to explore what's happening, and although it's a slow burn, I never once felt bored, and it's a movie that you just want to keep on watching because you want to figure out the mystery and what happens next, and you want to just make sure that these boys are going to end up in a good situation because things start going down. Now I want to talk about the directing because the directing of this film is fantastic, especially because I genuinely could think that this could be a silent film. There's not that much dialogue, and there is some dialogue, but it's not heavily dialogue driven, and that really just shows that this movie is successful by showing us things rather than just telling us, and they did an amazing job with that because for a majority of the movie it's silent, and it doesn't even have a horror movie classic score that's just meant to scare you, yet this is a very eerie and scary film in my opinion. It doesn't have any of the basics like jump scares and horrifying music, so I definitely could see how this could be a silent film and the movie could still make a lot of sense because there was barely any dialogue, and this is a movie that's not going to tell you everything. It's kind of like making you figure it out as you go, so it's very ambiguous itself. Even though the ending was clear, it's still an ending that like you just want to talk about, which, guys, this is probably one of the best horror movie endings ever. It completely caught me by surprise, and again, I'm not going to spoil anything, but this is a crazy ending, and it's one of those where if you figured it out early, you're so smart. I applaud you. I love plot twists, and when done right, they're honestly some of my favorites, and this is probably one of the best plot twists in a horror movie ever. And even as the movie's progressing, there's little twists and turns and things that happen that shock you, and I think that's what makes it so interesting because it just has so much to give to you. Also, it does get kind of gory towards the third act, and the tone changes completely because this is a very psychological film, but towards the third act it kind of turns into, I would say, like a torture horror movie type thing. I thought that was great, and it's exactly what the movie needed, and it really, if you've seen the movie, it just shows how desperate these kids are. As you're watching it, you're confused if this is the real mom, if it isn't the real mom, because I feel like there's points to both sides, and the movie does a really great job at just having you analyze it as it's going on, and one scene you think, oh my god, these kids are crazy, this is clearly their mom, and then in the next you think, wait, is this really their mom? So I think that that's just really great. Also, the concept of this movie is very original. I'm not really sure if this is inspired by anything or if there's another movie like this. You guys can tell me if you guys know any information on that, but the concept is great. Like, I would have never thought to make a movie about somebody that comes back after facial reconstructive surgery and the kids worry if it isn't their mom. It's great. And also, this is a very scary situation, and this movie I thought was very scary. I mean, I could sleep at night. It was not a type of movie that kept me up, but it did keep me thinking for a couple of days because it's such a scary situation, because if you think about it, it's like a home invasion because these kids are just completely confused by what's going on. In the future, I want to make a video about like my favorite plot twists in horror movies, and I definitely want to put this one, and I will talk about the ending there completely. But for now, I'm not going to give any more spoilers, and I really can't say much without spoiling, but I just want you to understand something. You have to go watch this movie. I saw this movie on Hulu. You guys can go watch it there. And yeah, I'm going to give this movie an A+. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. This is literally such a good movie, and I'm so happy that I watched it. And I'm also happy that I waited this long to watch it, because I feel like if I would have watched it when I was younger, when this first came out, I would have been bored by it because I would have said it was slow and blah blah blah. But no, it's good and it's very worth it, so I definitely think you guys should check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and always watching my reviews. I really appreciate it, and if you're new here, please make sure to subscribe and like and comment. It really helps out my channel, and it lets me know that you guys like my content. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!